shade. So I wanted to get on here and share with you a few things. And let's see if I can flip this because I can do it on, yes. I'm going to flip the camera. Okay. So I'm just showing you a little bit of the little snowland that we have and the bird feeder right now. There were just tons of birds out there. But the thing going on, I'm just going to set this down because they get nervous when they see me standing here with it. So the birds are having a problem out there because the red squirrel, there is a red squirrel that has come into the neighborhood this winter. It has scared the chipmunks into another location. We did see them the other day for like a few minutes, and they are scaring the birds. Or this one anyway. It goes into the little bird feeder that you're looking at right now, which is a fly-through, and it sits there and it scares them. And then when it goes away, it will sit just below the birdhouse. And when the birds go into the bird feeder, it will scare them. Like it will run up the tree, go into the birdhouse and scare the birds. And it's really causing havoc in a lot of ways. So it is super cold up here. It says it's like 27, 28 degrees up here in the Northeast Kingdom. That's NEK that you see in the title. But the chill factor is way below that. The chill factor has got to be in the single digits. It's absolutely chilling. And so it's very, very cold. And so I thought I would update you, just jump on here quickly and update you. I'm not going outside. I was going to go outside yesterday, actually with an umbrella and bring the camera out there or the phone. And I didn't because I had been out and I was so chilled that I didn't go back out. But we had some pretty good snow coming down at a pretty good clip. And so, we're trying to keep the birds fed, and we're keeping, the snow is not accumulating a whole bunch at a time. It's just a little bit at a time, as you can see there, where we shovel just a little bit, It's not much at all. So these other places like the Great Lakes and Buffalo, New York, I guess they're getting like a foot or something of snow like that. So, but this is one of the bird houses, and the tree that you see there, the cardinals are enjoying the food immensely, especially since they've been so frightened away from the red squirrel. Now they've gotten away today with being able to eat. I filled that up again. But what happens is the squirrel, it's so weird. Hi, how are you, Wobbly? Hi. So the squirrel comes along and he covers up like all the food in that house. Like right now you can look at the little bird house and you can kind of see through the middle of it. There's a window, plastic or whatever. He covers the whole thing up. So the birds cannot get, like, they don't know how to move they don't know how to move the twigs, and they're not getting that he's hiding their food. But that's how serious this problem is. We're going out there now 2 and 3 times, taking away his twigs and vegetation and leaves and sticks he's putting on top of the seeds to keep away from the birds. Hi, Cicely. Hi, Cicely. How are you? Hi, Maddie. Hi. How are you guys today? I hope you're keeping warm. You see, this is not late in the afternoon. You see how dark it is out right now? I mean, seriously. So, and but the birds have had a good day in the way that they've been able to get to their seed. The red squirrel was out there for very little time, But what we're deducting or figuring out is that he has many other little bird houses he has figured out how to overtake. And I'm not even kidding you, because there's one on the other side of the house here he was trying to overtake also. And then, so he must be going through the neighborhood. And I don't know, guys, about you, but to me, have you ever seen that? Have you ever seen I've seen squirrels go up in the bird house with the birds and eat the food. Like, they'll go up and take a bunch of food because they're so greedy. They'll take a bunch of food. But I have never seen a squirrel run back up the tree, chase the birds away, hide their food in the birdhouse, for the time of duration that he or she is gone. I have never seen that. And then they come back. So anyway, we have all kinds of birds out here. We have, yes, oh, there's the squirrel, guys. Here he is. Okay, now, here he comes. Watch now. I don't know if it's the red squirrel. Let's see which one it is. I'm trying to hold this up so it doesn't move too much. Sorry about that. I just moved it and the sun is going down, so. See him it's the red one. Watch this, guys. Now watch him. He's coming. He's checking out the entire tree. He's chasing away every single bird right now in that tree. And I don't know how to get rid of this guy. There he is. You're going to see him run back up the tree. He just checked all his food on the ground. He's like a little tyrant. I have never seen, red squirrels are like assertive and they can be aggressive, but I have never seen one. The poor little birds, look, they're over here, guys. They're up in the tree. If you can see their screen on that window, but they're up in the tree there. And here he is. Let's just watch him for a minute because he's something else. You're going to see him go in. But I have never seen a red squirrel that like aggressive, like in nature. I've seen them, yes, they're going to go and take food and, be greedy. There he is jumping down. You see him. Oh, I guess he went away. Did he go away? I hope he did for the bird's sake. Might be too cold for him to hang out too long. He might be hibernating inside somewhere. Which, if he went, I didn't see where he went. Where did he go? Did he go to the stairs? Because under the stairs was where the chipmunks lived. So I think he like moved in, pushed them out, I swear to God, because they're up on the other side now. So he pushed the whole family of chipmunks out, little tyrant. And yeah, so he came back, I guess, just to check on the bird seed. But you see how he scared every single bird away? There's not one bird now. Now they're going to come back. They'll be back because it's absolutely frigid out there. So what I'm going to do is get one of the caged, cakes, seed cakes for them, and put that out, and help the birds out in that way, and see if we could, and if you look closely at this birdhouse, it has two caged areas where you can put cake in, but if he keeps running up to that and scaring them, then they can't even get their food out of that birdhouse. You see, he scared them all away. Anyway, that's what's going on in our little winter wonderland out here. Nobody planned on the red squirrel being in, but you should see when the birds are here, the cardinals are in. I tried to get some videos of the cardinals because there's so many of them. But the minute I put this camera up in the window, here come the birds again. Maybe some cardinals will come along. So this is what we have out there. We have chickadees, we have nuthatches, we have blue jays, we have, what's the name of these guys? Yeah, nuthatches. We have the little titmouse. They're out there. I haven't seen many sparrows. I'm going to be honest with you. We used to have them, and I just don't see them now. We have many cardinals, and yeah, and we have a couple of pairs of doves that come out. So we have really a variety of the birds. So the birds are back. See, they're watching it. They've been studying. All of us are kind of watching what's going on out there, but the birds are watching. There's a blue jay right now in the house. You see him? But the birds have been watching the red squirrel and studying him. So when he leaves, they go right back over to the house. And before that, he was scaring them away like for most of the day. But they watch him leave and they come right back over because it's so darn cold. So that's what's going on with those guys. And so I'll show you what's going on with the little finches. You want to see what's happening with the finches today? So they have multiple blankets on. I'm not taking it to... Hi, honeys. Hi, Umi and Mashuki. So, hi, honeys. I don't know if you can see them really good. Hi, Umi. Hi. How are you? See how she came close to the camera? They don't usually do that. So what's going on here? I want to show you. So they've got a cracked egg at the bottom of their cage. Got cracked egg. They have a dish of food. Now the food is a cooked egg and squash, and it's cooked squash, cooked carrot, and cooked potato with the skin off. You want to take the skin off. Hang on, guys. Let's see if I can set this up over here. And maybe they'll be a little more comfortable this way. Yeah, there we go. You've seen all my artwork there. It's not very... Here, I'll just come back over here. There we go. So again, if you're looking to get some pet finches, these are society finches, and I just love them because for me, they remind me of little tiny sparrows, and they're actually like half the size of a sparrow. They're very tiny. So they're eating the shell. You see the shell of the egg? It's white on the ground, on the floor. They're eating that, and they love to throw it around. So a couple things, food that is like an amusement to them. Well, first of all, egg shells are very good for them in the protein, and they love that in their diet. But I learned corn on the cob is something that, like, they might eat it, they might play around with it, they find it interesting, but it is not a staple food. Like, it's not something you want to give them and think they're getting lots of nutrition. So, little Mashuki, that's which one is that? That's Umi right in front of us who's eating. Mashuki, the male, is up on his little perch. And this dish that you see over here that's empty, that he just went to, and he, like, see how he jumped in it? That's his way of saying, Mama, you need to give us more parsley and thyme and rosemary. You need to fill it on up. So in the morning, I fill that dish right there with all herbs. They take the herbs and they go over there to the corner. What you saying, sweethearts? They go over to the corner. I'm pointing this to the corner where you see where the blanket is down. And Mashuki just went up on, he loves his swing. Oh my God. He loves that swing. And he does little like acrobatics. Okay, so he just went in his little nest and he picked up a little piece of fabric, not fabric, I'm not putting fabric in there, paper towel. And they're building the nest with the paper towels They're taking jute twine out of this right here, this little wreath that I bought them, specific for finches. And they are taking their herbs, and they'll eat the herb of like what they want, and then they'll use it to go put in their little nest. So that's what they're doing, and I have them by the window so they can see outside, and they do watch the birds, and they try to like sing back to them. So it's a really wonderful stimulation for the finches. So anyway, I wanted to jump on here and share that with you guys. And so you know what's weird? The other day I stopped up at the bison. I don't know if that got on to this channel or not. But if not, oh, look at all the, oh, we got to go to the other room. All the cardinals came in. I'm telling you about 4 or 5 of them. If you love cardinals, check this out. Let's be really quiet. Hang on, guys. You could see a ton of cardinals. Check it out. I can't move too much because they notice me. Now they're on the ground. Can you see them? I'm not going to move. Can you see them? The cardinals? Oh my God, there's more up here in the tree. Up here. You can't really see though, but they're on the ground. If you love cardinals, this is a special sign for you. Many people believe that. Now they are in abundance up here, but guess what? They weren't up here before. And I'm not bragging, but they weren't really here before I came here. And the reason is I had learned the little secret to cardinals. And this is a secret. Look at all the birds, guys, on the ground. Look. The secret is they love sunflower seeds. No, 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 no. It cannot be mixed with the teeny tiny little seeds and sunflowers. It cannot be safflower. It cannot be thistle. It's got to be sunflower. They want sunflower seeds. Now those are all cardinals, guys. I'm not kidding you right now. I'm not kidding you. I don't know. They're all the must be females. Those are all cardinals. They're young cardinals. Look at that. You see how many there were? I'm telling you right now. So the big, 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 bright red ones flew into this tree first to make sure it was clear of that red squirrel. I'm telling you, that's what they're doing. They're watching the red squirrel to make sure their little family members can eat. And everything on the ground, because the red squirrel pushed so much of the seed, he was pushing it and pushing it onto the ground, carrying it to where he was going. And then he decided, you know what? I'm just going to cover it up. And look, it's starting to snow. Do you see the snow, guys? Hang on, I'll just stay like this. This is why the birds are coming in. It's starting to snow. So we'll just stay like this. For those of you who love snow, there's a really red cardinal over there. But if I move the camera, they're going to see me. And you're not going to be able to see them anyway because they're melding in with the tree and the leaves, the dried leaves. Let me get over here. I'm hoping that a really bright red one comes in, because a lot of the family members were like not bright red. They were, okay, what's that there? It's a different type of bird. Look, it's snowing. I don't know if you can see. I'm just gonna set this here. Let's just set it there. Hopefully it stays. That's condensation on the window that I cannot. Oh, my arms, I just put that down. Okay, so I'm going to leave it because guess what? The snow is starting to come in, and I want you to be able to experience the snow, and plus there's a cardinal, and they're just darker. The condensation, it's too bad that's there on the window. I can't get it off of the window. Let's see if I can hold it up higher. I have to hold it like that because the condensation is in between the two paned window. So it's, I can't get it. I can't even open that up to get that. It's just the way it is because it's cold. So, okay, I thought it was going to start. It did start snowing in time. It is snowing, guys. It is. It's coming down. I'm going to hold this up like that. It's coming down very, very, oh, there we go. That's a good picture. That's a good view. Hopefully it doesn't fall. That's just setting on the, okay. So we'll leave it like that for a little bit. So, okay, for those of you scrolling, you're like, what's going on? Where are you? So we are on what they call Derby Line. And it is basically like 2 minutes from Canada. Like you drive up the street, it's like a 3-minute drive or something like that. And then you come to a very, hold on, let me turn this TV down. There it is. That's noisy, huh? Yeah, we're just going to put that off for a few minutes, okay? There we go. So you come to a very depressed, there's you see the red cardinal? The big red cardinal? And then around him are all, I don't know if those are nuthatches. There's another name for them. And I had written down and looked up all of these birds. I'm trying to think of their name. Not hermit thrush, but anyway, you see a beautiful cardinal out there on the ground. He's on the ground, and I know there's a little blur. I'm trying to get past that. There he is right there, very red. But anyway, for those of you scrolling, we are up on Derby Line, very close to Canada, so close to Canada that this little town, Derby, and Newport City were part of Canada in the I think it was 1800, might have been into the 1900s, but it was late 1800s anyway. And so the chill factor is very, very cold today, very cold. And the birds are, we have many cardinals. So I'm trying to hopefully you're getting some kind of view of, there's a lot of birds on the ground. But as we're talking, condensation is building up on the window, which is kind of weird. But it's just because the sun is going down. And, but yeah, the birds are coming in for their last feeding. And I don't know what that is. That must be a baby blue jay, because that's not. Now we have blue jays, which we didn't have either before when I came up here. We had mostly what they call the grasshopper sparrows, like they were jumping, like on the ground mostly, and woodpeckers. There would be some woodpeckers around for sure. But these other birds were kind of here and there. But the key here is starting to snow. You see it? I'll leave this because I know that snow is going to start accumulating. Or it's just going to snow on and off. But anyway, so the cardinals come in when you put out sunflower seed. And that is what they love. That is what is going to attract them. So if you're trying to get your cardinals, and yes, the tree that you see out there helps. They love to eat the little berries. But even without the tree in bloom, you'll get your cardinals with the sunflower seeds. So I just wanted to jump on here and share a little bit of the winter that we're having here in Vermont. It is very dark. As I'm speaking to you, the sun is going down. You can see the condensation building up on the window. I mean, really. And let's see if you can see the sky a little bit there over there. And so with that, I hope it brings a smile to your face to see the beautiful little birds coming in. And with that, I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. If it snows up here tomorrow, which I'm not sure it's going to, but if it does, I'll take a snow walk. Okay? We'll take a snow walk together. I'll bring the umbrella and we'll just walk up the street a little bit. So you can see a little bit more what the street and kind of, was that the squirrel again? Yeah. There's a squirrel, guys, that I was talking about. See him? That was a squirrel, not a bird. Now he's jumping up in the tree. I mean, there's a whole thing there's a whole, I don't want to say war, but there is. There's really, the squirrel is causing great problems for the birds. You know, I don't know, he went up into the tree. But you see, just in the course of time we're talking, he had come back and forth a couple times. But when he leaves, they go quickly now to eat. So they're getting smarter. Now, I'm just surprised a few of these bigger cardinals haven't kind of taken a jab at him because they have not babies, but they have young cardinals going over there. We'll see. We also have a red-tailed hawk flying up and around, so I was hoping maybe he'd fly through. And we also have a raven that comes, a raven, not a crow, but a raven. And he's usually over yonder there, where you'll see trees up yonder there. He sits across the road that you're seeing there, and he actually looks over here. Like, he's huge, absolutely huge. So with that, I hope you have an absolutely beautiful day. I hope you had a beautiful Thanksgiving. I send you love and light, and I'll see you in the next one.